Hi, I'm Niharika and welcome again to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to talk about 5 behaviors that are unfortunately normalized and the scientific repercussions of it and how they are damaging your mental and physical health and what you can do instead to rectify those behaviors. So let's get started. The tycoons of social media have to stop pretending that they're friendly nerd gods building a better world and admit they're just tobacco farmers in t-shirts selling an addictive product to children. Because let's face it, checking your likes is the new smoking. So if you haven't seen my previous videos, then just to give you just that I have spent the last 2 years and 3 months optimizing my digital footprint, which means that it all started by deleting my Instagram influencer account and then completely getting into focus mode, shutting off all my notifications. And there's just one reason for it, which is that I want to prioritize my focus and my energy. I kind of love my brain cells, I'm only 26. I want to have a long life where my brain's functioning fine. You'll know soon why I'm saying what I am, and that's when we come to the first point: excessive scrolling. It's actually normalized to keep scrolling on your phone for 20-30 minutes at once, and sometimes even hours when you're taking a break from a hectic day or just on weekends. And what you don't realize is that it fires multiple neurons at the same time, which is not good for you. And it also leads to instant gratification. Instant gratification is when you get a reward too quickly. Earlier, when we didn't have social media, we had to work really hard to get a reward. But now, it's just that red notification which makes you feel an instant reward, and that releases dopamine in your brain. It sort of makes you lose your focus. It really, really distracts you, and it makes people lazier. If you read this book called Grit by Angela Duckworth, you'll see that she always emphasizes on how delayed gratification is one of the very, very important metrics to be successful. Because if we want to do big things, we have to be okay with failing and falling down multiple times, because in the real world, reward doesn't come too quickly. Scrolling is messing with your brain cells, and it is, more than messing with your brain cells, it's eating up so much of your time, because you will die. And I know this is not a very nice thing to say on video, but I say this in my posts, I say this on LinkedIn, on Twitter, in my Medium articles, and I will also say this in my YouTube videos because it's a fact. We will die one day and time is finite, and yet it's normalized to just scroll for an hour every day. So 30 hours of the month lost by doing absolutely nothing. What you can do instead is enable screen time in your phone. And what I personally do with my relationship with Instagram now is that I delete the app and I only download it once in 1 or 2 or 3 weeks, and when I need to upload somebody's birthday story or something like that. And yes, set app limits on social media so it discourages you from scrolling any more than you already do. Being an unqualified therapist, actually starting with what it means is that giving your shoulder to cry on is good. It makes you a good friend. But then working in depth to solve somebody else's conflicts when it's really serious, and especially when they're dealing with mental health issues, is not cool. The reason being that psychologists, clinical psychologists study for nearly 7 years to do something like this. Therapists study to solve these conflicts. You are just not qualified to solve for it. And if you love the person and you really care for them, then the thing to do would be to you know tell them to go to a professional. And yes, because sometimes your advice may actually mess them up more than they already are. You may not even realize it, because I know you probably do it because you're trying to be a nice person and you're a good friend, but it's not necessarily the right thing to do. The alternate thing to do is to direct them to a mental health professional, or just the professional in whatever area of diagnosis and all of it that it is. So many of us buy things for aesthetics, because buying a cute plant will look good in photos, or a desk plant will look good in my stories, because like screw oxygen, right? But yeah, getting a pretty picture on my background will make my photos look good. Why are we doing everything just for aesthetics? Isn't there more to our life and living than just a snap which somebody else will spend like 1 to 3 seconds to look at? Also, this is how consumerism is rising because we are just buying so many things that we don't really need. A lot of us women are so scared of repeating our dresses because we wore it in XYZ's party and it was on my Instagram, and then others have already seen me wear it, so I cannot repeat it too soon. Please don't do that. It's not just bad for the environment, but it's also bad for your bank account. Please do not do that. So what you do instead is when you buy something, just ask yourself, do you really need it? And I know what I'm telling you is not rocket science. You probably know that, you've heard of it, but then are you practicing it? Ask yourself. Romanticizing emotional eating. I mean, things like fries before guys, and Nutella is my true love, and I love Nutella as well, and I love fries. But glorifying eating junk and then it can also lead to emotional eating, and just glorifying emotionally eating is not nice because, again, this is a serious health issue. It's not normal. And wait, I don't mean that it's not normal, I just mean that it's a health issue. Please do not romanticize emotional eating by these weird quotes that social media normalizes it. It's similar to learning about complex concepts like feminism or even cryptocurrency from social media. Social media is not the right place. Memes are not the right place to learn. The alternate thing to do is to not romanticize anything, but just encouraging good health. Portray living our best life. I mean, are we really supposed to have a best life? Is my life supposed to be perfect, or is your life supposed to be perfect? Are we supposed to have everything? Are we supposed to have the best of clothes, luxury holidays, a lot of money, looking absolutely on point, no acne scars, no hair fall, no white hair, no dandruff? Does that really exist? Perfect bodies, perfect everything? I mean, I think a perfect life is boring because I am so grateful for everything that went down, right? From, friendships that did not work out, to career moves that did not work out, to business moves that completely failed. I'm so glad that happened. So, are we really living our best lives? And do we really need to portray living our best lives? Because it's not real. Regardless of how good the filters are, it's not real. The alternate thing to do instead is every time you think you're clicking pictures and you're putting it up, or you're talking about anything, just be a bit mindful of it. Does it come from a place of trying to make another person feel inadequate, or trying to portray that you're living your best life? And when you ask yourself that question, you'll get the answer if you're actually being mindful about what you're talking about and what you're showcasing towards the world or not. So yes, these are 5 behaviors that I feel are unfortunately normalized, and yeah, they're all backed by science, and it is also my opinion. And if you don't agree with it, that's great, because I anyway do not think that in a room full of 100 people, all 100 or even like 80 will agree with me, and that's fine. I am not portraying to live my best life. I will see you soon. Please like and subscribe and leave a comment, and let me know if you want to know something more under this spell. Have a nice day. Bye.